Hello dear children, welcome to Foundation course in Chemistry for class 10 students who wish to take admission in PU1 Science. I, Annasab NH, we begin with the topic periodic table and periodicity in properties, in that part 1. Dear children, late 17th and early 18th centuries meant for chemistry. Number of elements were discovered and their properties are identified. That time it was easy to remember the element along with their properties, as number of elements were less. As time passes, more and more number of elements were reported and it becomes difficult to understand and remember the elements along with their properties. Number of theories have been introduced to understand the properties of an element, out of which Dobriner plays an important role, and he gave his theory as Dobriner's triad, Dobrinerna Trivadigalu. According to him, the atomic mass of middle element is the average atomic mass of first and third element. We understand this concept with an example. Here there are the set of elements lithium, sodium and potassium, first row, where lithium is having atomic mass 7, potassium is having atomic mass 39, and the average sum of these two is the atomic mass of sodium. You can see there Na is equal to 39 plus 7 divided by 2 is equal to 23. Similarly for chlorine, bromine, iodine and calcium, strontium and barium, there is a little variation. As more and more number of elements were discovered, this theory becomes unable to explain the properties of the elements. That means this theory it is applicable to only 3 to 4 set of elements. After him, Newland came with his theory called Newland's octave. As he was a music lover, he considered these elements are also musical ovals. According to him, every eighth element has a property similar to the first element when these elements are arranged in the increasing order of their atomic masses. Here we have an example. He placed lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen and fluorine in a row. Next, eighth element sodium, which is having a similar property as that of lithium. Magnesium is a eighth element from beryllium and both are having similar properties. Aluminium becomes eighth element from boron, which are having similar properties. Like this, every eighth element is having similar property as that of the first element. This theory couldn't give the place for helium and argon, which were discovered that time. And also, it is applicable up to element calcium. Hence, this theory is also discarded. Later, in the year 1869, Mendeleev came with his theory, and the theory is known as Mendeleev's periodic table or Mendeleev's periodic law. According to Mendeleev, the chemical and physical properties of an element are the periodic function of their atomic masses. Dear children, Dobriner, Newland and Mendeleev, all three gave their theory with respect to atomic masses. So the physical and chemical properties are going to repeat after several intervals of elements. That is the summary of Mendeleev's periodic table. And here is the Mendeleev's periodic table. You can observe here, first group, that is 0 group he considered. Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon he has taken. These are having 0 valency. Hence, he called it as zero group elements. They neither donate the electrons nor gain the electrons. First group, hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium he considered. But copper, silver, they are not having a similarities in their properties with respect to lithium, sodium, potassium. Hence, this theory is also failed to explain the properties in a proper manner. And also, in his theory, he said that he has arranged the elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses. But you can see here, iodine, which is having atomic mass 126.9, which is placed after tellurium 127.6. He himself violated his own theory. But he has given a very much important concept to build modern periodic table as similarities in properties in one group and difference in their properties into periods. That means Mendeleev's periodic table, he arranged the elements into groups with respect to similarities in their properties and elements which show differences in their properties, they are arranged in the periods. The concept of Mendeleev's periodic table, which is taken for modern periodic law, and this theory was built by Henry Moseley in the year 1913. He observed the elements characteristic by considering X-ray spectra, and he concluded his theory as atomic numbers are more fundamental than compared to atomic masses. Therefore, he changed Mendeleev's periodic law as modern periodic law, and the statement for modern periodic law is the chemical and physical properties of an element are periodic functions of their atomic numbers. Dear children, nowadays there are total 121 confirmed elements in the periodic table, out of which 92 elements are naturally occurred, 26 elements are artificially synthesized, and the remaining 3 elements are also artificially synthesized, but their properties are yet to confirm. We see the modern periodic table, that is known as periodic table of elements or modern periodic table, or in other words it is known as long form of periodic table. This modern periodic table has total 7 periods in which the elements are having differences in their properties, and total 18 groups in which the elements can show similarities in their properties. And the periodic table is divided into total 4 blocks: S block, P block, D block, and F block. S block can accommodate maximum 2 elements, P can accommodate 6 elements, D can accommodate 10 elements, and F can accommodate maximum of 14 elements. We see these blocks in the periodic table. The first one, S block, group number 192. Second one, P block, from group number 13 to group number 18 except helium. Next comes D block, which is an intermediate between S and P, that is from group number 3 to 12, total 10 elements, and out of which few elements are separated and they are known as F block elements. S and P block elements are known as representative elements. D block elements are transition elements, and from which F block elements are extracted and they are known as inner transition elements. Moving further, considering a particular atom which has positively charged nucleus at the center, around which there are number of orbits or cells. The first cell, which is near to the nucleus, is known as K cell, which has S subcell and which can have maximum 2 electrons. The second cell is L cell, which includes both S and P subcells, and total number of electrons are 8. S can have 2 electrons and P can have 6 electrons. Next, the third cell is known as M cell, and which can accommodate maximum of 18 electrons, which includes S, P and D subcell electrons. Fourth cell is known as N cell, and which has a maximum capacity of holding the electron is 32, which includes all the four, that is S, P, D and F subcell, and the total number of electrons 32. These K, L, M, N, in other words, they are known as first cell, second cell, third cell and fourth cell, and these numbers are known as N values. The relationship between N value and orbit is as maximum number of electrons in each orbit is equal to 2n square, whereas each orbital can have maximum 2 electrons. What are these orbitals and where they are present? Each subcell is having orbitals. S subcell is having one orbital, and each orbital can have maximum 2 electrons. So S capacity is 2 electrons. P subcell can have maximum 6 electrons, means orbitals are 3. D subcell, there are total 5 orbitals, each can accommodate maximum 2 electrons, so the capacity of D subcell to have the electron is 10. Next, F subcell, total 7 orbitals, each can accommodate maximum 2 electrons, and the total number of electrons for F subcell or F orbital is 14. Moving further, we understand the definition of orbit or cell. These orbits are the circular path around the nucleus where the electrons can revolve. The shape of orbit is circular and which resembles solar system. Here, moon rotates around earth, in turn earth rotates around sun. The concept of circular path for orbit or cell is given by Niels Bohr. We understand this with an example. Hydrogen, which is having one electron, which revolve around the nucleus in the first cell. Carbon, which has total 6 electrons, 2 in the first cell or K cell, and remaining 4 are in the second cell. Third one, oxygen, which is having total 8 electrons, 2 revolve in the inner cell and remaining 6 revolve in the second cell. Next example, fluorine, which is having atomic number 9, means there are total 9 electrons, 2 in the first cell, remaining 7 in the second cell. They all revolve around the nucleus in a circular path. We understand the definition of orbital or subcell. These orbitals are an uncertain area, means their position is not fixed, which are present inside the atom, within which the probability to find the electron is maximum, and different orbitals or subcells are having different shapes. S subcell is having spherical shape, P subcell is having dumbbell shape. You can observe here Px, Py and Pz orbitals, which indicates the lobes of the dumbbell are at that particular axis. In the first case, the lobes of dumbbell are along x-axis, hence it is Px. In the second case, the lobes of the dumbbell are along y-axis, hence it is Py orbital. In the third one, lobes of dumbbell are along z-axis, hence it is Pz orbital. So these are the 3 possible orbitals for P subcell. Next, D subcell is having total 5 orbitals and D subcell is of double dumbbell. First two, dx square minus y square and dz square, which are having the lobes along the axis. Other three, dxy, dyz and dzx, which are having the lobes of the rhombus in between the axis. F subcell is having total 7 possible orbitals and which is 3-dimensional arrangement. Thank you, dear children. Hope you enjoyed the session. Thank you.